Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing the Ride or Die makeup tag, and if you haven't seen Jaclyn Hill's Ride or Die makeup tag, I will link it down below. She created this tag, and today I decided to do a different spin on this tag. I wanted to just do it on my Ride or Die drugstore makeup products. As you guys know, I love drugstore makeup and I use drugstore products on a day-to-day basis. So yeah, I just thought I would do a different spin on this, and I also added a few different categories that she didn't have in hers. But for the most part, I tried to just stick to her categories that she had. First, I'm going to talk about my Ride or Die face primer, and that is the Maybelline Baby Skin Primer. I love this primer. It does an amazing job of filling in pores. And that's the main reason why I like to use a face primer. It's not necessarily to make my foundations last longer, though I do find with this primer it does help my foundations last longer. If you've never seen this primer before, it's just like a silicone base primer. It's just clear. And I do find this to be like a good dupe to the Benefit Professional. So if you're looking for a good dupe to that primer, this one is awesome. And I'm just going to put all my products behind me, so it's going to start piling up back there. So my Ride or Die foundation is the Revlon ColorStay Makeup. And I kind of forgot about this foundation for a while because I was trying out a bunch of new foundations. I'm always trying out new foundations. But I recently picked this up again because they now make it with a pump, which is super awesome. But I started using it again, and I remembered why this was just like my holy grail foundation. And it's because it has amazing coverage, and it also lasts all day long. It just looks so nice, but at the same time, full coverage on the skin. I'm wearing it today. It's just a beautiful foundation. It is a little tricky to work with if you're not super familiar with foundation, so I'll link my tutorials with this down below if you're kind of curious on how to go about it. Now, my Ride or Die drugstore concealer is the Maybelline Superstay Better Skin Concealer. It used to be the Maybelline Fit Me for the longest time, and I still love the Maybelline Fit Me concealer, but there's something about this Superstay Better Skin that I just love so much. I feel like it has a fuller coverage than the Maybelline Fit Me. I like the tone of this one. It's a little more yellow, where the Fit Me is a little bit more pink. And I find that this lasts forever on the under eye area. I don't find that it creases. It has a nice finish to it. It's not super matte, but it's not super dewy. It's kind of in between. Then this product here will not come as any surprise to you guys. This is my Ride or Die face powder, and this is the L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Powder. The color that I use is Soft Ivory. You all know how much I love this powder. I use it in every single makeup tutorial that I do. It's the only face powder that I use. I love this powder because it just sets foundation really nice, but it doesn't look powdery or cakey. If your foundation is dewy, it allows the dewiness to shine through. If your foundation is matte, it keeps it matte. This also doubles as a great eyeshadow, so yeah, I just love the True Match powder. And then my Ride or Die Under Eye Setting Powder is the e.l.f. High Definition Under Eye Setting Powder. Sometimes I'll use different under eye setting powders, but this one is definitely my Ride or Die. I've bought so many of these, and I think this is an amazing just drugstore product for setting the under eye area. It kind of reminds me, which I haven't used it, but from what I've seen on YouTube, this reminds me of the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. It does a good job of just making that under eye area look really flawless and smooth, but at the same time keeping your under eye concealer just set and keeps it from creasing all day long. Then when it comes to bronzers, I know that for some people this probably wouldn't be their Ride or Die bronzer, but for me it totally is. And as you can see, I've hit major paint on this and the lid has broken off. I also use this product a ton in my makeup tutorials, but this is the Wet n Wild Coloricon bronzer in the shade Ticket to Brazil. They also make a darker shade in Bikini Contest if you're a darker skin tone. But Ticket to Brazil is an awesome bronzer for those of you guys out there that are more on the fair side like me. I used it today. It just gives your skin such a nice glow. This does have a little bit of a sheen in it. I don't know if you can see it on my finger. So it's not a completely matte bronzer, which I actually enjoy because sometimes with really matte bronzers, it can just look unnatural on me. And I know that maybe on some people this might come off orange, but if you're more of a warm skin tone, I don't think you'll have that issue. Now, if you're a cool skin tone, this may not work for you. It's such a beautiful bronzer, and this is definitely my Ride or Die bronzer. Then my Ride or Die highlight. I haven't used this in a tutorial for a while because I know that these are kind of hard to pick up. This is one of the e.l.f. baked highlighters in the color Blush Gems. And it is so, so pretty. I had one of you guys, or some of you guys, say that you have bought some of these e.l.f. baked highlighters and that you didn't find them to be real pigmented. And I don't know if it's just because I've had mine forever and maybe the formulation has changed, or maybe it's just because I've had it for so long and kind of, you know, with some products, it's like that first layer, it's not real pigmented, but once you get past that top layer, it's like the pigmentation is just there. So I would say if you've bought these and they're not real pigmented, try to scrape off that first layer and see if that helps. Because for me, these things are so pigmented. It's just a beautiful, like, light rose gold. And it just kind of blends in with my skin tone, as you can see, like, from the side. So it's just beautiful. You can also use this wet and it's even more intense. That's a good thing about, like, these baked products from e.l.f. or from any brand. You could use them dry or wet. This is just my Ride or Die highlight. Like, I've used it so much, and I'm sure if you've been subscribed to me for a little while, you'll remember when, like, this was the only highlight that I would use. Then this one here was, like, really hard for me to decide what was my Ride or Die blush, but I have two of them because I couldn't really narrow it down. But the Milani Baked Blush in Luminoso, this color is just so beautiful. It looks gorgeous on everybody. It's a beautiful, like, coral, like peachy coral color. I have it swatched right here, and it does have like a slight sheen to it. It's such a beautiful color. This is definitely like my Ride or Die, like most used drugstore like blush. And then my runner up is the Maybelline Master Highlight by FaceStudio highlighting blush in the color Nude. And I would have made this my Ride or Die blush, but I just don't feel like I've had it for long enough to make it my Ride or Die. But it reminds me of Luminoso, but like a lighter version of it. So if you're really fair like me and Luminoso is like too much for you, maybe get this Maybelline blush in Nude. So I have it swatched right here. So I don't know if you can see that it's kind of along the same lines as Luminoso, but it's just a little lighter, and it actually has a little bit more sheen. This blush is beautiful because it just gives your cheeks like a natural highlight to it. And so like if you're in a hurry and you don't have time to apply a highlight, this is a great product because it's like a blush and highlight in one. So yeah, these are definitely my Ride or Die drugstore blushes. And then I did want to talk about this. I know that Jaclyn Hill didn't have this in her Ride or Die products, but my Ride or Die eyeshadow primer is my Milani eyeshadow primer. You guys know that this is my Ride or Die. I use it in every single eyeshadow tutorial. This thing is amazing. It just keeps your eyeshadows on all day long. It keeps them from creasing. It keeps them from fading. It's just amazing. I highly recommend this. It also helps to even out your eyelids. So yeah, if you're looking for an awesome eyeshadow primer, this one is amazing. Definitely my Ride or Die. And then when it comes to brows, she didn't have this in hers either, but for brows, my Ride or Die brow product is this L'Oreal Brow Stylist Prep and Shape Pro Kit. And mine is in medium to dark. It just comes with like a little spoolie and angled brush and tweezers, which I've lost the tweezers, but it comes with like a waxy product and a powder product. And my brush just fell out. But I use this on my brows every day. I have it on my brows today. I get so many compliments when I use this. I don't know, It's a great product to kind of give your brows that gradient effect. Like, it lasts on your brows all day long. And the waxy stuff just does a good job of setting your brows in place. They still look natural. They don't look too plastered down, but it does a good job of holding your brows in place, holding the powder in place. And yeah, I don't have to use a brow gel whenever I use this product. It's just one and done. Like, I use this and I'm done. It's just awesome and amazing. I do have a brow routine with this, so if you'd like to see my routine, I'll link it down below. But yeah, this is definitely my ride or die like brow product. And then another thing that she didn't have in her tag was like a favorite contouring and highlighting like palette. And my favorite ride or die drugstore contouring and highlighting like palette is the NYX Highlight and Contour Pro palette. I can never remember the exact name of this because it's so long. But this is an amazing contouring and highlighting palette. It is like a high-end palette. You have two shimmery highlights, you have two matte ones, you've got plenty of colors to bronze and contour with down here. So this is amazing quality. I love it. It's definitely my ride or die. I also like to use this product to set my under eye concealer. So yeah, this is amazing. Highly recommend it. Ride or die for sure. And then my ride or die drugstore mascara is the CoverGirl The Supersizer. This mascara is amazing at just getting at the roots of your lashes and really coating your lashes really nice, giving your lashes a lot of length and volume. My lashes stay curled all day long with this. I don't have any issues with it flaking or smudging. I know the brush on this, it doesn't look like anything special, but it's just amazing at helping like short, stubby lashes look long, voluminous, and beautiful. Okay, and then when it comes to ride or die lipsticks, this was another one that was so hard for me to come up with the answer, but I have two because one of them is a little newer than the other one, so I feel like it's kind of hard to just say it's my ride or die because I haven't been using it long enough yet, but I have been using it long enough to know that I really, really love it. But that is the Maybelline The Color Jolt Intense Liquid Lip Paint. This color is amazing and beautiful. Every time I wear this, I get so many compliments, and I also get so many questions about what lip color I have on. So today I am wearing this lip color. It is beautiful. It's like a dupe to the Too Faced Melted Lipsticks. It comes with like a little applicator like this, and the product just comes up through the little tube there. But this is a really pretty like Your Lips but better color. It's a really pretty just like dark everyday nude, which is not even that dark. On me it's a little dark, but I feel like on medium to dark skin tones it's just gonna look like a nude, but it is so pretty. And I find that this lip color lasts forever on my lips. I mean, through eating you're probably gonna have to touch it up, but I've had this color on my lips today since like 10 o'clock. So, and now it's like 1:58. I haven't had lunch or anything yet. So yeah, it really lasts a long time on your lips. So yeah, I love this. This is definitely becoming like my favorite lipstick color from the drugstore. And then this has been a ride or die lipstick for me for a long time now. But this is one of the Maybelline Color Sensational lipsticks. Like, as you can see, it's kind of like a little nub. And I don't know what it is about me, but like with lipsticks, I'll wear them down completely flat. I know that's supposed to mean something, like how you wear down your lipsticks. I don't know what it means, but this is a really nice kind of nude, like taupey. It's kind of like one of those grayish colors, like a nude beige. It is so pretty. So this is totally on trend this year for fall, but it's such a nice everyday nude lipstick color. So yeah, this is definitely my ride or die. Like, if I don't know what lipstick color to wear, I'll just grab this one because I know it's going to go with everything, and it's super beautiful. And then when it comes to lip liners, I'm not for sure if Jaclyn Hill had this in her ride or die tag or not, but I did want to mention these because I like to use these lip liners along with those lip products and also with other lip products. Like, these are just my ride or die lip liners. They're both from Rimmel, and they're the Exaggerate Full Color lip liners. And this one here is in the color Innocent, which is a really pretty light nude. I feel like I'm running out of room to swatch things. I'll just swatch it right down here. But yeah, it's a really pretty, just like light nudish brown color. It goes great with cinnamon. And then my other, I don't know if you can hear that siren. So loud. The other one is the color in Addiction, which it is a darker nude, and it looks beautiful with this lip color in Strip Down by Maybelline. So that's that color there. So like, as you can see, they're kind of like along the same lines. It's just that this one's a little darker. So yeah, these are definitely my ride or die lip liners. Like, they're so creamy, but at the same time, like, they stay put and they last a really long time. I like the fact that you don't have to sharpen them. Like, they're just one of those products that just stay sharp. With the eyeshadows, like my ride or die drugstore eyeshadows, I didn't necessarily have like just one eyeshadow palette that was like my ride or die, like can't live without drugstore palette. But I do have like certain brand of eyeshadows that are like my ride or die drugstore eyeshadows, and that would be, and you guys won't find this as any surprise, that would be my Wet n Wild eyeshadows. Like, they are like ride or die eyeshadows for me. Like, I love every single eyeshadow that I own from Wet n Wild. This is the Comfort Zone palette, which is one of my all-time favorites from Wet n Wild. Like, all the eyeshadows are so pigmented, buttery. They're just awesome, amazing quality. Like, if you have never used Wet n Wild eyeshadows, like, you're so missing out, and you need to pick them up. Like, they're so affordable and amazing. So they're definitely my ride or die eyeshadows. And also all of my L'Oreal Infallible eyeshadows, these are also ride or die eyeshadows for me. And every single one that I own, like, I love them. So it's like hard for me to just say which one is just like the one I can't live without. But I would say these two here, the one in Ice Latte and then the other one in Amber Rush. Like, I couldn't live without these two. I just think they're so pretty, so pigmented. The one in Amber Rush, if you've never seen it before, it's just a beautiful rose gold eyeshadow. Like, it's such, well, that's going to be a terrible place to swatch. I'll just swatch it down here. It's just a beautiful rose gold eyeshadow, like, as you can see here. And then Ice Latte is just a beautiful champagne, it's just a beautiful champagne eyeshadow. It looks great, like, on the lid, like, for an everyday eyeshadow. So that is Ice Latte there. Sorry, my swatches are, like, getting out of control at this point. Oh gosh, I'm like getting hoarse. I'm gonna have to take a break and get a drink of water because I've been talking so much. Okay, and then this was another section that Jaclyn Hill didn't have in her tag, but I wanted to add it. And this is like my ride or die drugstore liquid liners and pencil liners. So my two favorite ride or die liquid liners from the drugstore is this Physicians Formula Eye Booster pen, which it's like a dupe to the Kat Von D Tattoo liquid liner. It's super black and just super easy to use. The pen, like, as you can see on my arm there, like how black it is. And then the other one is my Wet n Wild Mega Liners. I love these. The only thing that I wish I could change, I wish I could take the e.l.f. liquid liner brush and put it on these Wet n Wild Mega Liners, which is what I did. Like, if you could just combine those two together, you'd have like the perfect liquid liner. But I don't know, I used to just love the e.l.f. liquid liner, but I went back recently and picked up a new one because I ran out of my old one. I guess maybe about a year ago. I guess it wasn't recently. But that one was not near as pigmented as my old one. So I don't know if they changed the formulation on that or what. But the formula of these Wet n Wild Mega Liners is just amazing. Like, they're so freaking pigmented. I don't even know if you can see there. Like, they're so pigmented and they last forever on your eyelids. Like, the liner, like, it doesn't crack or smudge or anything like that. So yeah, I love these Mega Liners. The color in dark brown is also really pretty if you're looking for a good brown one. And then when it comes to pencil liners, my two ride or die pencil liners from the drugstore, the one is the Wet n Wild On Edge Long Wearing Eye Pencils. Like, these things are so amazing quality. Like, they're so pigmented. It's right here. Long wearing, so creamy. They last forever on the waterline, and they're just such amazing eyeliners. Like, I love these. And then I also love the NYX the NYX Slide On Glide On pencils. And I don't necessarily like the NYX Slide On Glide On pencils for their black and brown one. I like the Wet n Wild ones for that. But what I like the NYX ones for are all their colored liners. Like this one here in Golden Bronze is so beautiful. It's definitely one of my ride or die liners. Like I love this one. And I also really like the other one in Glitzy Gold, which is the gold one like this. I find that these last on the waterline for a really long time. They're just awesome. I love both of these pencils and they're definitely ride or die products for me. Then when it comes to makeup setting sprays, my ride or die drugstore makeup setting spray is the e.l.f. Makeup Mist and Set. I love this makeup setting spray because it just is really hydrating on the face. So like if you're more prone to have kind of like dry skin, this is a really good makeup setting spray to get, because I know that some makeup setting sprays can be kind of drying. This one is not like that. And it also helps to make your makeup last all day long. And it also just kind of gives your foundation that dewy finish like at the end. So if you put too much powders on, or if your foundation's a little too matte, you can mist this on and it'll just make your foundations look dewy and just awesome. My very last ride or die product, which this was Jaclyn Hill's last ride or die product, which this isn't really a drugstore product, but I did want to mention it because she mentioned it in hers and I thought it was just a really interesting thing to throw in. But this is my ride or die perfume, and this is my perfume that, like, if I don't really know what else to wear, this is what I reach for, or this is just like the one that I like the most out of all my perfumes. But this is the Victoria's Secret Victoria perfume. I just love this perfume so much. Like, it has like a really nice sweet warm scent to it, but at the same time, like, it's fresh and it's not too like overly sickly sweet. It does kind of smell a little bit mature just because it's not too overly sweet, but I just love this one and I love the packaging on it. I hope that you guys did enjoy this ride or die drugstore makeup products tag. If you guys did, please give it a thumbs up or let me know down in the comments. And I tag all of you guys to do this if you have a YouTube channel. And if you do this tag, let me know down in the comments. You can link your video in the comments so I can watch it. I will see you all in my next video, and I hope that you guys have an amazing day. Bye-bye.